Friday, October 24th, 2008. 102408 A level playing field. Share this. The following communication was provided on 10/24/08. This is my 14th posting to Mark's Corner. I strongly suggest you read the earlier postings first, preferably in chronological order.
This is Brenton. I am pleased to return to communicate more. It has been previously communicated to you that a dark energy descended on this planet at some distant time. That dark energy directed its agents to descend onto the planet to disrupt the normal workings of the planet and her human inhabitants. They set up the pyramidal and religious structures that underlay your civilization. One of the most important things those of us connected with the Armada will do in the near future is to level the playing field, as I believe you say it. This is a process whereby those who are of off-planet origins, and operating as agents of the dark energy, will be removed from your planet. The question has arisen as to how this will be done and what right we have to do it. How it will be done is not to be disclosed at this time. Rather, I can say that it will be accomplished in full sight of those living here so that they may know that it has been accomplished, that a level playing field has resulted. When the agents of the dark energy, a rogue race, are removed, then the normal interactions of people indigenous to this planet may proceed. It will then be up to you to construct a new civilization without the enslavement imposed by those who had invaded the planet. It is a returning, if you will, to the stage at which the planet existed before the influence of the darkness descended, albeit without returning to the primitive lifestyle of that ancient time. After this is accomplished, the major factors will be a knowing who you truly are, an ability to communicate telepathically, and the connection to Earth, and to each other as brothers and sisters. It will be a chance to restructure your society in new and wonderful ways. Now, as to how we have the right to intervene. First, Earth called for assistance to rescue her from the clutches of the darkness. Creator allowed such an intervention. We came here to accomplish this and it has worked. Earth is now much healthier. The appearance of the ecological movement has counterbalanced the fear produced by those who would use her for their own purposes. The fear engendered by reckless use of her resources and pollution of her environment. The use of her resources has not diminished, but the intent of those who counteract their reckless and unwarranted use has engendered new energy to counterbalance the energy of fear. This is a most important development. Second is that many people of this planet have cried out for help. They cried out to their God, they cried out for a savior. They cried out to leave their terrible circumstances. This cry did not go unheeded. However, it was not until we determined that your planet had been invaded by a race intent on service to self that we saw the opportunity to act. When I say we, I mean those aboard the assembled craft that were furnishing light to Earth. Please keep in mind that we are here as your brothers and sister, not as invaders or saviors. Something that you have called the Prime Directive has been disclosed to your planet. It is the law of non-interference. It requires that all in the universe must be done in accordance with Creator's directive that peoples to be allowed to make free will choices. If their free will choice is overridden, than those who are doing that are deemed invaders. A corollary to the law is that invaders may be removed if it is the will of those whom they have subjugated. This is the case on your planet at this moment. The remnants of the dark force is finally withdrawing, exposing the truth for all to see. The blanket that has obscured all is now removed. Truth is bubbling to the surface each day. Not only that, but the institutions created by those who oppress the indigenous people of this planet are crumbling. So how can you be determined as indigenous when you too were brought to this planet many years ago? You were the first human inhabitants of this planet. My ancestors, and others like us, brought you to this place. That story has been told in prior communications. As the first to people this planet, you may claim the right of indigenous. Those of you who choose to remain on this planet, after the interim time, will be presented with many challenges. There will be few if any systems or structures in that the hands of the invaders created most of them. So it will be incumbent on you to develop new institutions. This will happen as quickly as you earnestly desire. Since all is energy, it can happen quite quickly. Whether a U.S. government behind Obama will succeed remains to be seen. We are hopeful that he will be able to construct the framework for a new government. It will require the cooperation of many. After the old structures are torn down, it will be seen. Keep in mind that his is but one of many efforts to correct the situation on your planet. I am Brenton of the Andromeda star system. I bid you goodbye until our next communication. All aboard our starcraft send their love to our brothers and sisters on the planet.
That's it for today, folks. Stay tuned, watch events closely, but do not let fear rule you. In truth, love and joy. Mark. Labels. Brenton, Dark Energy, Environmental Movement, Level Playing Field. Permalink.